So today we are going to be doing the session a little bit different. We will be showing what we are automating first, okay, and then we will be running through the script, explaining how that particular script is made. So we have in this case a scenario where we have imported in a CAD file. You can see that we have each of the foundations along with their thicknesses mentioned. Okay, so some of them are 1500 thick and some of them are 1000 thick. Okay. And what we are going to do is our goal is to read the CAD file, get the information, both the thickness, which is a text value over here, and the profile of the foundation, which is this, and create it automatically in Revit instead of us drawing each and every foundation manually. Okay, so let me just switch to a 3D view. Yeah, so this is my Dynamo script, which takes mainly two input. One is the linked CAD file, which we can just go over here and select, and then the layer of the foundation, which I have specified over here as foundation. Okay, so now when we run this, yep. So as you can see, it creates all of the foundation elements over here. Okay, so these are normal Revit foundations, which we can edit further if we want. And it has also maintained the thickness. Like some of them are 150 and some of them are 1000 as per the CAD. So this is what the script automation does. Okay, now let's switch over to the script. So I'm gonna explain how the script works. If you have any doubt at any place, okay, feel free to ask like any questions you have. This is a quite a large script, so it won't be possible for me to like make it in the session like one by one because it will take too long and it's quite complex. Okay, so but I will still explain what we are doing over here. So the first thing is we are taking the CAD as a model element and the foundation, which is the name of the layer. Okay, and inputting it into this nodes. So the node you see over here is a node from the BIMMorph package. Okay, which is this one, BIMMorph nodes. So if you don't have it installed in your system, you can go to package manager, search for packages, okay, and download and install the necessary packages. Okay, packages are nothing apart from just snippets of code that has been made by someone else and shared, which helps us achieve different functionality. So in this particular case, what we are doing is we are taking the CAD, okay, and reading the CAD to obtain all the lines. So if I go to the output of this node, you can see I have all of the CAD lines noted down over here. Okay, and similarly, if you see this, I'm extracting it by CAD layer. Similarly, I'm extracting the CAD data as well. So you can see all of this written as CAD text data, okay, which is nothing but the numbers, whatever annotation objects you have in CAD, such as the 150 thick or 100 thick, so on and so forth. So you can see here is the CAD text data, okay. So as a first step, we have extracted the lines from the CAD, and similarly, we have extracted the text as well, okay. Now like the rest of the things what we are doing over here is we are first taking the lines, turning them into polycurves, which is like joined curves, okay, flattening them, like making it a flat curve, and then breaking them into smaller curves again, okay, and then obtaining the endpoint finally to create a polygon by point. So all of these operations that we are doing over here is the main goal is to convert the lines which we have over here when we are extracting it from CAD into a polygon by points. So to in order to obtain the 15 polygons. Okay. So why is it important for us to obtain this list of polygons? The reason for this is we need to now associate two different sets of data. One is the profile of the foundations, which are these polygons, and the second is the text value over here, which is this. Okay. So how do we associate this? Like which foundation should be 1500 thick and which foundation should be 1000 thick? Okay. So the way we are doing it is we are checking the point in which the text is, the location of the text. Okay. So what we would have done manually is if I go back over here and look at this drawing, I would have looked at the position of the 1500 thick text and understood that this is the foundation which is 1500 thick, right? So we are doing the same thing just with Dynamo. So what we are telling Dynamo is check the location of this 1500 thick text. Okay. So if we have say this as a box, okay, like the profile of the foundation, we are saying just check which text is within the box. Okay, like the position of which text lies within the box. That's what we are doing over here. If you see this polygon containment test does nothing apart from check whether a point is within the polygon or not. Okay, so once it checks for each polygon, okay, whether the text is within it or not, okay, that helps us filter out, okay, the text which are not, and finally create a list of texts which are within each associated polygons. Okay, so this is the final output we have over here. Okay, any questions till now?
No, sir.
Okay, okay, yeah. So moving on. So now what we are doing over here is we have the thicknesses, okay, 1000 thick, and we know, but we may not have these types already ready made in the project, right? So we are first finding out the unique items, like which are the unique thicknesses. So we have 1000 and 1500 thick. From there, this entire node you see over here is just taking these two text items, which are this is text, right? 1000 and 150 thick. Okay, processing them and checking, okay, like this is obtaining all the existing family names, checking whether they match with any of the names. Okay, if it matches, good, we need not do anything else. Okay, if it doesn't match, it is taking the string of it, okay, splitting it out. Oh, this is already run. Okay, and extracting the data from it, like whether it's 1000 thick or 500 thick, whatever it is, the data is being extracted and a family is being created with those thicknesses and those family names. Okay, so at the end of this you can see a transaction end. So whenever you see a transaction end, that we are saying to Revit that look, whatever we have done till this step, update the model as per the same. Okay, so all this node is doing is taking the text for this two, okay, the 1500 thick, and creating those elements if they're already not there and pushing it back into Revit. So those two family types become available for this node when it starts to function. Okay, so coming to this node, so you can see this starts with this pass-through nodes. So this again is from the clockwork package. What this does is this waits for this task to be completed before this starts. Because what this node does is this takes the polygon from this node over here. If you remember, we extracted the polygons from the where are the curves? Yeah. So it takes these polygons from over here, okay, and creates the foundation elements. Okay, but in order for this to start its process, first it needs to make sure that those foundation types already exist in the project, which is handled by this node. Okay, so only once this node confirms, like ends this transaction and says that it's done, okay, this node will start. So this is a pass-through node. This prevents execution of all the nodes after it till the node which is in the wait for parameter connected. Okay, so once it gets the go ahead to start processing, okay, it takes all the element types, which are all the flows, okay, and turns them into strings. Okay, then it uses the element name to get the index of each of the items so that it can obtain the types. So you can see it has obtained all the family types which is needs to use for each of the profiles that are coming from before. So what it did over here is did a simple string match between the name, the text which was there in CAD, and the name of the families in Revit. Okay. So once it did that, okay, it has this ordered list of all the thicknesses. So you can see it has just created the labels. Okay, because we need a label for to go into this node. Yeah, any questions over here? Feel free to ask if anybody has any questions. Like this is a little complex, so yeah. Okay. So as a last thing, it takes the outlines as curves. The curves are the curves which we obtained from AutoCAD. Okay. The label is the label in which the CAD is, which is pretty simple. Okay. Since to match with the numbers, we are simply just repeating the labels multiple times so that uh, just to maintain the lacings. The main challenge was the float type because each float thickness will be different. Okay. So this is obtained like which float to use for which profile is obtained by comparing the text which we see over here with the actual name of each of the families and then putting it over here. Okay. And so when this finally runs, it creates all the flows, as you can see over here. Flows in this case being foundations. Like that uh, was a brief kind of explanation of it. Like I think this is a little bit, what will I say, has like lots of moving parts to it. So any questions or any doubts of how we are doing what at what stage or why we are doing it?
Sir, if the beam and the foundation layer are same,
Hmm.
can the Dynamo script will be executed?
It will be
It will be
executed,
executed,
but it
but
won't
it won't
be
be
able
able
to
to
get this.
get
Like
this. Like
it will
it will
fail over
fail
here
over here
because
because
here what we are
here what
doing
we are doing
is we are getting
we
a
are getting a
closed
closed
polygon, right?
polygon, right?
Right. You will
Right.
never
You
get
will
a
never
closed
get a
polygons
closed
if you have
polygons
the
if you have
beam
the
lines
beam
over here.
lines over here.
So yes, the
So yes,
CAD
the
Okay.
CAD
needs
needs
to be
to be
drafted
drafted
in a
in a
particular way.
particular way.
Like
Like
if it's
if
very
it's
badly
very badly
drafted,
drafted,
it won't
it
work.
won't work.
Okay.
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 Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Hi, this is Abid from
Yes.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Uh, I would like to ask now, you guys created footings through floor.
Hmm.
Can we create it as a type family through this script?
Yeah. So what this does is it creates the type families. If I go to the 3D view, okay.
Yeah.
So say I have this type. Okay. Let me
Yeah.
select all instances.
Yeah.
Okay. Delete them. Okay. And let me purge them. Purge unused.
No,
So
sir.
it,
I mean,
it
it's, it's not a family. It's used floor, right?
Floor, right?
it use
It use
foundation slab.
foundation slab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you are
Oh,
saying
you are
whether we
saying
can
whether
do
we
it
can do it
with a family,
family,
right?
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like we should be able to do it with a
Do it with
family
a
as well.
family as well.
So the
So
only
the
part
only
that will
part that will
change in that case is, so the thing is, how do you identify if it's a say a rectangular family, okay, instead of the float,
Yeah.
okay? So
Yes.
what we would need to do is like say we have the polygons over here, so we would need the length and breadth of it, right? So let me try this. I don't know whether this will work. So mm, because this list is rectangular, so if this returns correct, so then I can should be able to extract. No. Okay. So the challenge will occur like how do we identify which like length and breadth wise which is which? Okay, like we have the polygons over here, but they cannot be used. What else can I use? I can try using polycurves. Let me try that. So if any of this is detected as a rectangle, then we can get its length and width, and then we can associate the length and width with each of the yeah. So this should work. Wait. No. Um, no. So this we are not being able to extract. So we have to do it some other way, like extract the curves first, and from there, like go and extract the list, because or else it won't work. But it should be possible to do. The main thing that will change is we have to change the placement to, like, it will be family by point, family by point instance, family
Family dot by point.
uh, it's such from here only. Yeah, this one we can use, like, input the family type. So what we will doing over here is sorting out the family types and then just replacing this, like float types will be replaced by family types, and instead of curves we may be putting the center point in. So yeah, we can make it yep, like something that we can cover going forward. Does that answer your question? Yeah. You're saying something, I uh, is anyone saying something? Oh,
Thanks. I will try. I will try this way.
sure,
No
sure,
problem.
sure. Thanks. Yep. Anybody has any other queries or any questions of why we did what we did over here? Like, I would say, like, take a look at the scripts. Have any doubts, come back again, because this has a lot of, what will I say, custom nodes, as well as some crazy things we are doing over here just to get a proper polygon, like turning them into curves, flattening it, going back to curves, getting the endpoint, just so that we can get nice polygons over here, like just to get clean polygons. So yep. So take a look, maybe break it down part by part and see if you can get uh, like have any queries, and then we can address it next time. So this part mainly deals with the data extraction, which is like extracting the data from the AutoCAD, and which we are using mainly the BIM-morph nodes. Okay, and this mainly creates the type in case it is not already available in the file. And the last part is simply taking the curves and creating the flows, like matching the text with the actual Revit families and placing them in the correct location. So this, like, pass through is also one of like useful nodes when you're trying to chain together a number of functions to execute one after another. Okay, so pass through is pretty useful. This is from the Clockwork package. And similarly, like start and ends transaction, like the thing is here we need the families to be created and available in the project before this node starts. So we end the transaction, push it into Revit, and then take up again after from there. Okay. Yep. Any further questions, anyone? Or like, was it too much? Like, uh, yeah, or we can, like, if you have any other suggestions, any other things that you want to, like, have a doubt, like whether we can automate this or things like that, like, it's open. It just doesn't have to be regarding this node or this kind of automation. This is just to give you an idea what we can do. Like, we can read the CAD data and create elements based upon that also. Yeah, any questions, anyone?
Sir, what is the rule for the beam? Because it does not lie between the boundary.
So for the
So, for the
why this
why
echo
this
is
echo
happening?
is happening?
Is it at my end the problem, or I don't know? Uh, so the beam is the closest point to the center. Like, we are planning to cover the beam for the second part. So for beam, the logic is simple. This text, which is closest to the midpoint of the beam.
Okay.
So the
So
thing is,
the
if
thing
you
is,
have
if
to
you have to
tell the
tell
computer
the
to do something,
computer,
you have to give it a consistent logic, right? If you say your layers are not correct, and if your text are over here, but it means this beam, it won't be able to understand. Okay,
okay,
like it
yes,
may
sir.
be
It
able to,
may be
but
able to, but
that,
that
what will I say, complexity will increase extremely. Like, to make Dynamo understand which beam to associate it with which size and all that. Yep. So if anybody has any more questions, we will take them, or like if any, like it can be for something else altogether also, like nothing related to this, or anything related to the previous sessions as well. Like, can we automate this, so on and so forth, anything like that. Yep. Yep. So if nobody has any questions, then we would like end today's session. But if you want to suggest something for next day or in future sessions that you would like to see automated, that also you can suggest, and maybe we can try and solve it if possible.
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah.
Is there any node which can give me the coordinates of the linked AutoCAD blocks?
uh, I would say take a look at this. It gives, this gives for sure. Wait, I have a node which does the same. You can get the position of the, yep. So BIMMorph has this CAD block
Uh,
node. Okay.
yeah, actually, I'm using this one, but
Yeah.
I only need the coordinates separately because here I
Hmm.
have multiple blocks in my CAD and
Hmm.
I have to filter them out.
Hmm.
But I can't give the exact coordinates to my filtered elements. So that's the issue I'm facing right now.
No,
So I
like uh, what I'm trying to understand is, like, what is the object? Like, what are the blocks?
see,
Uh,
actually, I'm creating a RCP layout. I have
okay.
like more than actually you can say like 1,000
Hmm.
HEPA filters or diffusers. I have
Hmm.
to place them,
Yeah.
and also it includes multiple other blocks like architectural layouts,
Hmm.
blocks from the architectural layouts,
Hmm.
and that time I'm getting the list of all blocks
Hmm.
and list of the coordinates, and I have to filter the blocks which I don't want from my list, but I can't filter out my coordinates.
Yeah.
So that's
So what I would suggest you do is, you
Mhm.
take this will be more clear when we cover the columns. So the thing is, we have the block names, right?
Right.
Okay. So here, what I'm doing something similar. I'm taking the block names,
Yeah.
okay, and then creating a filter mask. Okay. Say your block names all starts with, say, HEPA filters. Okay.
Okay.
So once you have obtained create a simple, like, list contains or any text check, okay,
Okay.
which says, like, whether it's contains the word HEPA filtered, yes or no. Okay, that
Okay.
will give you a mask, which is this, and
Right.
then apply it to the origin point. Okay, like
Mm-hmm.
use this to create the filter mask, like the false true thing. Okay,
Okay.
and then apply it to the what to say, apply it to the origin points. That way you will be able to filter out the origin points as well. Your current problem is you are trying to filter out the origin points using the block name, right?
Right. Right.
Right. So
Right.
the way to do it is use a filter mask, because your mask can be from something else, and your what to say, the thing that you are filtering can be from something else. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so this is a good point. Like we will cover this in a future session, like with a smaller example. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
doing exactly this, like how do we filter it out? Like
Okay.
uh, this is a little, again, the thing is when we do like too much things in a node, like we are doing, like this is for the auto columns, but this is doing something similar. You can see I'm using filter ball mask to filter it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Mm.
this is doing something similar. Okay, but not
Right.
exactly what you are talking about, but we can do that as well. Like it will go something like I can show you, though I don't have a base file to run it on. If you have a like dummy file ready to
Mm-hmm.
run it
Actually, I
with,
have one, but I can't share right now. But yes, I
okay,
will get back to you
uh,
in our
yeah,
WhatsApp group.
yeah. So what the thing is, once you get the block name, what I will do is I will say do something like starts with, okay, mm, like do a simple string search. Say I am assuming that all your blocks which are HEPA filters, say
Right.
okay, I am not a HVAC person, so
Mm-hmm.
like I'm just may say things that makes no technical sense, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, if I'm assuming all of them start with the word uh, HEPA filters, okay,
Okay.
so
Mm.
this will create a bowl mask, which is true, false, true, false, and so on. Okay,
Okay.
but I don't need to filter out the block names. What I will do is I will simply use filter by bowl mask. This will tell me which of them in a true and false, which of them contain the word HEPA, right? And I am
Right.
that will filter out. So everything that is false is what I don't need, right? So I
Right.
will take this, input this over here, and then I will input the origin point over here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So once I do this,
Mm-hmm.
I will again copy this and I will input the name. What you will get out of this, okay? Like we are doing the taking only the blocks which have the word HEPA filter in them, right?
Right.
So if you like, sorry, if you type the watch node over here, mm, okay. So what this will do is you will get a list of all the block names, which will be your HEPA filter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you
Mm-hmm.
will get all the origin points as well with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, try it. Like give we can cover it in a future
Mm-hmm.
session as well, like with an example. Okay. So if you
Okay.
have a dummy file or anything like that, like just to highlight the problem you're talking about, you can
Mm-hmm.
share it and we will use that to create the script, so that like it's easier to work with a file than without a file. I cannot show you.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Actually, one more problem today I
Yeah.
was facing. See, like, can you create a one range from 1 to 100?
Tell me what you're looking for.
Range from 1 to 100, and I want to take the index of, let's say, number 10.
Like this should work without any problem. It will be 11.
Oh, but in my case, I'm getting -1.
That means if you're getting -1 ever in the index of function, it means it's not there. Like if I type in 101 over here,
No, no. Actually, I have checked. Keeping my. I'm typing my values correctly, but I don't know why it's
no,
giving
it's there in
-1.
this list. You're saying in
Sorry.
the list, in the range that is being generated,
Uh-huh.
there you can see the numbers being there.
Yes, it's right there, but I don't know
Yeah,
why I'm getting
it's
-1.
can be happen due to levels. You, I think it's in one, two, three, four levels. Okay, I think you missed the levels.
We have to see exactly what the script is. Like something like this. This will give -1. Though it is there, it is within the list within a list. So this won't work.
Yeah, it should be used for levels.
Even with levels, it will be difficult. It
No,
will
sir.
come to only one will come. All the rest of them are -1. Right.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I have tried this, but okay, I will share my tomorrow.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. You can share the script or post it in the Dynamo forum as well.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. Dimensioning can be automated, but we don't have an example of that right now at the moment. Yeah. Abed has a question. Yep.
Let's say, can we use the same Dynamo version with the 2021?
So the Dynamo version is linked with whichever Revit version you are using. Okay, so
Okay.
2021 is already on Dynamo 2, I think. 2022 I have used, uh,
Uh,
but I don't remember what 2021 is on. Just try running the script. If it doesn't run, but I think 2021 it should run. Like we are not using anything that's specific to 2022 and upwards, but so it should run in my opinion. Yep.
okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks. I will
Yep.
try.
Yep. Regarding dimensioning, uh, we will like do it. It's on the list. Like I have not got to it, but yeah, it's a tricky one. Dimensioning, in my opinion, is a pretty tricky thing to do, especially with Dynamo. Like from which to which draw it. Like yeah, that's something we have to do in future. Any other queries or questions or suggestions? If not, we will end the session for today. Uh, yeah, tagging can be done. Tagging to there is a separate node as well, right? Uh, you can use this node to tag. Just specify the view the element, and these are just Boolean inputs. Okay, and should allow you to tag. There are a lot of options when it comes to tagging. So whenever you want to do something, you're not sure whether Dynamo has it or not, just type it in over here. If it does not give you a result or does not give you a solution, the best thing is to go to Dynamo forum and type the question again. Like uh, if you go and type it over here, like this is a pretty active forum. Like just go log in and post your questions there. And like you have people like the person who made Dynamo and all. Like this is the person who created Dynamo and all available here to answer the questions. So like this is a very good source to like exactly what we are talking about. Someone has the exact same problem. Tag all elements in category in view. So yeah, we will definitely cover this, but yep, you can take a look at this as well. Yeah, but we will cover tagging going forward. Good suggestion. Yep. Anything else? Yep. Yeah, dimensioning we will cover, Ashutosh. We don't not covering it today, but this is something we will cover going forward. We don't have an example for it, but I can refer you to one tutorial for it. If you know Aussie Brim Guru has a good tutorial on Guru dimensioning. Yeah, you can take a look at this. This is pretty good. Okay, but this like has its challenges as well. Okay, so take a look at this, and we will still be covering Dynamo going forward, but not today. Yeah.
but but he used Aussie Bim Guru. He used some custom nodes, so there is a difficulty to use this script. I tried before.
Okay. I have not like explored the dimensioning part too much because the problem
Mm.
is mostly the files that I work with are linked files. Okay,
Okay.
and when you
And when
start
you start
taking
taking
references from
references
links,
from links,
it
it
becomes another
becomes
story
another story
altogether.
altogether.
Yes, sir, that's the main issue for recognizing the faces from a linked file. I didn't get any of the notes and link for that also.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the
So
thing
the thing is,
is, uh,
uh,
like I have to explore it also. Like there's dimensioning part, as I mentioned last time. It should be possible because it's possible to get a
the
face of a
face of
link
a link
element.
element.
So
So
like I'm
Yeah,
at least
but
I'm at
looking for.
it does not. The one node is there, like means
Which one?
which one?
in view. I think. Wait. It's like means collect all the filter elements in view, in a view, particular view.
So,
So,
so what I would
what I
suggest
would
you
suggest
is
is
take BIM
take BIM
mods,
mods,
get the
get
link
the
element,
link element.
this one,
This one.
link.
Link.
So
So
my
my
thought is
thought is,
if we can get
if
the
we can
link
get the
phase,
link phase,
we can
we
go ahead
can
and
go ahead
then
and can.
I don't know why
I
this
don't know
ethnic
why
stuff,
this.
uh,
Uh,
get those
get
elements
those
as well.
elements as well.
But yeah, I have
But
to
yeah,
also
I
try
have
it.
to also try it.
I have not
I
done it.
have not done it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good point.
Good
Like
point. Like
tagging and
tagging and
dimensioning
dimensioning
is something
is
we have to
something we
cover.
have to cover.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yep. So like look, these sessions we will be as interactive as possible. So like feel free to suggest, or if you have done something, feel free to share your screen and go ahead. Uh, like we can try to troubleshoot it together or anything. We still have around 19 minutes for today. So either we will wrap up, or if someone has something else to discuss, we can take that up. Yeah, sure, sure. Thanks, Avid. Yeah, I think then we'll call it a day if nobody has any more queries. Any suggestions, anything you want to like automate, or any queries in the Dynamo forum, just drop it in the group so that we can take it up in future sessions. Yeah,
Actually, we have an issue with the Kobe parameters.
yeah. Tell me.
Uh, we have all the parameters in the Excel sheet.
Yeah,
We want to bring them set parameter as per the category.
that should be simple in my opinion. Like I am not are we talking from a MEP point of view, or are we talking from a like
Actually,
CAD?
I'm a structural guy from the
Okay,
beginning, so
okay.
I have a tunnel modeling project. So I have
Okay,
a wall and slab.
okay,
So I have the Kobe parameters. I need to get. Uh, Actually, there are many, so I have to get the parameters from the Excel sheet and set it to
okay.
the element as per category.
No, so I am saying, say you like what I understand is what you
Yeah,
have is you have a structural column. Okay, and say you have foundations, two different categories
yeah,
of elements,
yeah,
and say we want to, for each foundation we want to write say FS in the comments.
yeah,
Okay, and for each structural column we want to write STR, like just as an example.
yeah. But
So yeah,
some of them are instance, and some of them are type.
yes, like again I have to see the exact problem and the model to give you a full answer, but
Hmm.
my thought process is like Kobe, if even if it's a type, okay, we
Yeah.
can simply update type and what will I say, normal parameters at the same time. Like once the Excel is read, okay, and we have all the
Hmm.
elements, right?
Okay.
So what we will do is do two selections.
Mm.
Uh,
Selection all elements of category and then category.
so this may be a list. In now, say I'm using only one, but
Yeah.
say this will be a list when we do it. So say I put in,
But what you prefer? I will use the same node for the category and copy and create list and then put it once, right?
yeah,
If I
yeah.
have different parameter, or I will use code block.
So that's a personal preference. Like here,
Okay.
whether you use a code block or whether you do it like this, like how I'm doing now,
Mm. Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Just doing like this makes it easier for like
Uh,
what happens is like with Kobe only sometimes like
mm,
what has like we have made a script, okay, but
mm,
when the MEP teams runs it, they wants to run it on a some other element like security devices, calling devices, which we have not
mhm.
included in the list, and it's
Okay.
easier for them if it's like a list like this to
Okay.
add or subtract as they go, like say duct accessories, like so many categories. So I like to
Okay.
create my category list like that, but yeah, it's cleaner to do it with a code block, no doubt,
Okay. Thank
but
you.
it's
Yeah.
a personal preference. So what, I don't have this element, so what I will do is I will get this and I will get the element type simultaneously from for the element.
Mhm.
If I get the element type, then I can set it also, right?
Element.
Mm,
Elements.
yeah. Yeah, like if you have like my thought is this can be solved, okay, but again I, if you can share like a dummy file exactly with the
Uh,
problem or with that, then we'll be able to exactly say whether it can be or not because
Sure. I will share the script. I will share the script in the
share the
group chat.
script or a dummy file with the problem. Like you
Okay.
understand, like say two, like just a dummy, so that we can recreate the problem and check. So my logic is,
Okay.
if we do the element type, set parameter, and we are set. Now it's just we need to feed in the parameter name and the values from the Excel. But again, we
Okay.
have to look at your particular case and see whether we can automate or not. And like this kind
Thank.
of things you can post on the forum as well. Okay. Like
Okay. Hmm.
hopefully you will receive a response. If you, even if you don't, like just let us know. Like
Sure.
yeah,
Thank you very much.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.
This is such a great
Yeah.
information.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one question.
Yeah. Sure.
Uh, can you go to get elements by parameter and name?
Get elements by parameter and name. This is a custom node, is it?
Uh, you can take from Revit also, I think.
No, the node that you're talking about,
Uh, so maybe
is
I
it a
am.
custom node or is it
No,
a
no, no.
inbuilt
It's a
node?
Revit, inbuilt Revit.
Tell me where it is.
Get, I think, yeah, in Revit elements or in selection, I guess.
Mm,
Get elements by parameter.
Oh, it's element dot parameter by name.
Yeah, elements
Oh,
dot get parameter by.
which no element dot.
Get parameter types.
Oh, like getting the parameter information of an element, right?
Right,
That's
right.
that was the node. That's okay. This
Okay.
one, get the parameter value by name or get parameter.
No, no, get parameter value by name.
Uh,
I'm adding parameter name as a system type. It's
no,
I'm talking about MAP,
okay.
but we also need the value there. So I don't remember the package name or. Uh,
So you want the system type, right?
yeah.
That should not be a challenge. Where is the system? So if the name matches system type,
I
this one
think it's,
supplier,
yeah,
right?
supplier, right?
So this is a duct. So you're saying we are not getting this, but no, it may be, but model element.
I'm able to select these elements by abbreviation, but not with the system type.
Let me just bring this in. So one good way to check whether this parameter actually exists for this or not, whether we can get it for not when using this node, used to use this. Let me show you. Element, element.
Element name.
No, wait, 1 second.
Yeah.
So if you use this, it will give you all the parameters and their value. Okay. So if system type is over here in this list, only then we can query it with this and get the information. So that's my first question. If system type is not over here, then we won't get it. System
Yeah, 56.
So system type is there. So we should get it. Okay.
Okay.
String system. Yeah, we got it. Okay. You're not, this is your problem, right?
Yeah, but okay, I will
You're,
share my screenshot.
yeah, sure.
Uh, because I think the package name was rhythm. Filter elements by parameter name, I guess.
So like I will tell you something. If you're using a package from
Mm-hmm.
something else, they sometimes tend to break. Okay, Rhythm is of course one of the, what will I say, very popular and good ones out there. But if you're using, just downloading any package and everything from the package manager, there is no guarantee that that package is being maintained. Okay, it may so happen that the person made it for Dynamo 1 point say 2 and never updated it after that. So it's best, if you're trying to do something, as far as possible we stick to the, what will I say, out of the box nodes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, we use packages like BIMMorph we have to use when dealing with CAD data and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you can like share your problem either in WhatsApp or like with the
Forum.
script we can test it,
Yeah.
like, or else.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah. Anyone has anything else, or else we will close. Any further questions, any ideas, any suggestions, anything like this is what do you want to see automated or anything like that?
So I had a question: how to open a Dynamo script outside of Revit? Means I don't have Revit. Can I open the Dynamo script in any application
No, you
other
can
else
open it with Dynamo for Sandbox,
Sandbox?
but none of the Revit nodes will work if you open it like that.
No,
Why do you
means
want to open it?
for visualization means all the time I don't have Revit. Means
No, they have something called Dynamo Studio, right? Like, use this. I have not used this. Use this like 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's no longer available. Sorry.
okay.
No, but they have Dynamo standalone still. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Dynamo standalone is working.
Uh-huh. So try it out. Like I just have not used it. Yeah, like but it's available for Naviswork. Yeah, like try this Dynamo Sandbox.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Uh, okay, you can try it with Format also. But yep. Anyway, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep. Sagar, I think we can close this. Yep.
Yes, Saurabh. Thanks for the session.
Yep.
It was very valuable. And before ending the session, I would like to say that all the sessions are being uploaded on YouTube. You can check out it, guys. Some of you are new to the sessions who are attending from today onwards. You can check the previous sessions. We have uploaded it already, and the link will be shared. Today's session will also be shared by tomorrow itself. Okay. Okay, we can like wrap it up. No issues. Let's conclude today's session. Let's meet
Yep.
tomorrow.
Sure. Thanks, Sagar. Thanks,
Thanks.
everyone. Yep.
Yes, thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.